Hey, it's Vikings preseason game number 2. It's in the books. Uh, we lose to the Patriots for what it's worth, 20-12. Um, all we got was 4 field goals from Will the Thrill Reichard, but you know what? That's at least he's making his kicks. So I didn't quite get to see all of this game. I missed a little bit of the first half, but you know, like nobody played. Obviously, McCarthy did not play. You know, very few. I don't know if any really starters played on either side of the ball. Probably not. Um, not a lot to look at. I mean, Sam Howell got the start. He he played most of the first half. He didn't look great. He did throw one pretty bad interception. Certainly was not the kind of game he had last week. Um, you know, you know, Rippin looked okay in his action. Max Brosmer played the whole second half. Some good, some bad. He had a couple good throws. He almost led a tying drive in the final 2 minutes. He had a fourth and long, pretty deep shot on a fourth and long, and then he had another long pass, and he did throw one into the end zone that was very close to being caught. We almost had a tie because they don't do overtime in preseason, but it wasn't meant to be. Then the last play, he throws an interception, damn near was fumbled by the guy who picked it off. He was down by just barely down because then the ball was stripped. We could have had a that would have been one of the weirdest touchdowns I've ever seen. And then they would have obviously probably tried the two and tried to end in a tie instead of a loss. But you know, I don't think there's a lot like they did the joint practices with New England this week. I think that was Wednesday and Thursday, and everything coming out of those was really really good. JJ McCarthy looked great. Everybody was looking great. Defense looked great. I mean, they even said that's probably why the Patriots played their starting offense for a couple series today because they didn't like what was going on earlier in the week. And Patriots did get a touchdown on one of their 2 drives with the first team out there. Now we got to see Josh Dobbs again. Josh Dobbs making his return to US Bank Stadium. Very emotional. I think he might have led a touchdown drive. I can't remember exactly, but I always, I wish the best for Josh Dobbs. I hope he. I mean, I guess he's their number 2, so I hope he sticks around. But yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot that they're going to take away from this game. Take away a lot from those practices, and I think they put a lot more into those joint practices than this game. So I think he'd rather be good in those practices. You almost wish they would open up the stadium, have that at the stadium or something. But so yeah, I think we've got like battles for like wide receiver because Addison's suspended for the first few games. Jalen Naylor got hurt during one of these practices, so he might be out for a while. So we're kind of hoping one of these receivers, one of the various young receivers we got, can step up. We had some drop passes today, so that's frustrating. We're looking for a return man because Rondale Moore's out for the year. Miles Price had a really long kick return, and he had a couple other good. He had one or two other good returns in there. So he might be maybe he's going to be the guy. I mean, if what he does in games matters, then that should matter. He almost took a kickback for a touchdown. So yeah, I mean that's he might have jumped up and taken one of those jobs now. Defense, I don't think anybody is going to feel too good about the defense today. Like it's all the guys who are fighting for maybe to get on the 53 or certainly stick on the practice squad. A lot of missed tackles, someone had a dropped interception right in their hands. And that was off Drake May, so that was kind of impressive that they can at least be in that position. But yeah, not a particularly as preseason games go. Last week was a much better football game to watch than this one. I'm glad that this was not the one that I went to. But yeah, lots of missed tackles. I think one of their touchdowns was just one of the Patriots' touchdowns was just a horrible tackling exhibition. So not a great showing, but again, it's you know it is what it is. It's preseason. We got one more to go. Next Friday they play at Tennessee, and then it's the real deal. But I think the overall week has to be very positive for the Vikings because of how McCarthy looked in the practices. But yeah, this game today kind of just a for very forgettable thing. Almost something cool at the end, but who cares? So yeah, not a whole lot to look at in this one from a huge positive standpoint. I don't think a whole lot to look at is like horrible negative, but some guys on the bubble for the 53 especially on defense probably wish they had played better. So that's it. There's no reason to go much longer than this. So Vikings lose 20-12. They fall to 1-1 in the preseason, and they got the Titans next, and then we're off to real stuff. And that's all I got to say about that.